A random text from her dad to create a t-shirt led one Maryland woman to create a TikTok post, and it went viral here in Sioux City. The topic, loose meat sandwiches. KTIV's Katie Koppel talked with her about the viral moment.
Do you call it a loose meat sandwich, a sloppy Joe, maybe a tavern, or even a Maid-Rite? It's a sandwich well known here in the Midwest. It's ground beef on a bun, but the sauce, much like its name, is up for debate. So when Eliza Andrew got a text from her father, she never expected that request to turn into a viral moment.
Can you make me a t-shirt with Sioux City, Iowa? He lives in Massachusetts. Sioux City, Iowa on the front, and home of the loose meat sandwich on the back, preferably over a picture of a loose meat sandwich.
Andrew says these requests aren't unusual from her dad, but this one was a little out there.
I've never heard him talk about a loose meat sandwich in my entire life.
So she made a TikTok and it went viral.
When I started to see the comments of, oh, I'm from Sioux City, I'm from Iowa, like, you made it over here, and then I saw all the likes on those comments too, I was like, there are so many people over there that have seen this. I'm so glad.
So she made the t-shirt, created a website, and the sales started rolling in.
I've sold about 100, which is crazy.
She grew up in Maryland, but now she and her dad want to make a trip to the now famous Sioux City, Iowa.
But he really wants to get in on the action. I think we're going to do a trip to Sioux City now just to walk around in the shirts because it's so fun.
Though she's never had or even heard of a loose meat sandwich before this, she's determined to try one.
Now, the Des Moines Register credits a cafe owner in Sioux City with the invention of the loose meat. Andrew says while she's never been to Sioux City, her parents did live here for a short period of time before she was born. When talking about this story in the newsroom this morning, it was clear there is debate over the true name of this sandwich. So we turned to social media to find out what you thought. A lot of people say that picture there, that's a sloppy Joe. There also is talk of being called a tavern if it's in Northwest Iowa. Others call it a loose meat, and questioning what makes a sloppy Joe is actually the tomato and the sauce added to the loose meat sandwich. You can leave a comment on our Facebook post with what you call this sandwich. Whatever you prefer on it, most Iowans can agree it's tasty.